So I don't usually use my phone when I'm blogging, but I'm going to tell you something that's amazing. About 6 months ago, I met someone at a party, and they were working as a social worker in a not-for-profit that helps battered women get out of abusive marriages. And he was fairly new, and they gave him all the bad cases. And he was given the case of a woman who had been married to this abusive ex-military guy since she was 15. They had a kid, and he was just, I mean, think of the worst horror story you know, and it would be a cartoon compared to this. She would not leave him. So I met this fellow at a party, and he was saying, oh, what do you do? And so I showed him the self-hug technique, which is where you put your hands on your shoulders, and either you look in the mirror or you close your eyes and you hug yourself and you say, I love you, and your name. We'll always be together, we'll always be safe. And then you smile and you breathe and you allow that feeling of comfort to go through you. And so he decided that he had to try this with her because it was a terrible situation, and no one could get her to do the necessary paperwork to have a police protection order signed so that she could get her son and herself out of there. And so the next day, my student had a conference with her, first conference, and he tried the self-hug technique with her, and she cried. And then they had their session, and there was some, there's some other techniques that he used as well. And then at the end of the session, he used the self-hug again, and she cried, and she said nothing but left. And he's like, okay, well, that happened. She was never going to leave her husband. The next day, she gets a call from this woman. She says, I'm at the police station. I'm getting my order of protection. And she left her husband and took her kids, and this was about 3 months ago. So as I was sitting here getting ready to do some blogs, I got a text from him saying, Marilyn, I'm here at the shelter with this woman, and she is sitting with 2 police officers getting her protection order renewed because her perpetrator keeps harassing her. And she left him after 1 session using these self-help techniques and has begun a new life and is now fighting for her future. I'm awed that a simple technique like the word of the day can change people's lives with such apparent ease. So if you find this conversation interesting, see below.